Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the life of one of the most fascinating figures in the Bible, the disciple Peter. From his humble beginnings as a fisherman to his pivotal role in the early Christian church, Peter's journey is a tapestry woven with faith, doubt, courage, and ultimately, redemption. In the annals of history, few figures stand out quite like the disciples. These men, chosen by Jesus himself, bore witness to miracles and carried the weight of spreading a nascent faith. Among them, Peter's story stands as a testament to the complexities of human nature and the transformative power of belief. Over the next few minutes, we'll uncover 10 surprising facts you might not know about this remarkable man. Before he was known as Peter, the rock on which Christ would build his church, he was simply Simon, a fisherman on the Sea of Galilee. Imagine the sun rising over the tranquil waters, casting its golden glow on the fishermen casting their nets. Among them is Simon, a man of the sea, his hands calloused from years of hauling in fish. Life for Simon, like the sea itself, was likely a mix of calm and storm. He knew the rhythms of nature, the feel of the net heavy with catch, the disappointment of an empty haul. But his life was about to change, swept up in a tide far greater than any he had encountered on the lake. One ordinary day, as he went about his work, he encountered a charismatic teacher named Jesus. Jesus, seeing something special in the rugged fisherman, gave Simon a new name, Peter, meaning rock. This act spoke of strength, steadfastness, and an unshakable foundation. To truly understand Peter, we must first understand his roots. He was a man of the sea, born and raised in a time when fishing wasn't just a profession, it was a way of life. Generations of fishermen had come before him, their knowledge passed down like precious heirlooms. Picture Peter as a young boy, accompanying his father on his fishing boat, the salty air stinging his nostrils, the cries of gulls filling his ears. The Sea of Galilee was his classroom, its moods as unpredictable as the fish that swam beneath its surface. This deep connection to the natural world would shape Peter's worldview and influence his understanding of Jesus' teachings. Now imagine yourself walking alongside Jesus, listening to his teachings, witnessing his miracles firsthand. This was Peter's reality, his life forever changed by his decision to follow the enigmatic rabbi from Nazareth. Among the 12 disciples, Peter, James, and John formed Jesus' inner circle, privy to moments of profound intimacy and revelation. They were present at the Transfiguration, where they saw Jesus bathed in divine light. They were also with Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane on the night of his arrest, sharing in his agony and fear. Peter, ever the impulsive one, even drew his sword to defend Jesus, only to be rebuked for his violence. These experiences forged an unbreakable bond between Peter and Jesus. The Sea of Galilee, once so familiar to Peter, became a stage for one of the most dramatic displays of faith and doubt in the Gospels. Picture this, the disciples are in a boat battling a fierce storm, the waves crashing over the bow. Fear grips their hearts as the wind howls and the boat tosses violently. Suddenly, through the driving rain, they see a figure walking towards them on the water. It is Jesus, his face a beacon of calm amidst the chaos. Peter calls out to Jesus, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." And Jesus simply says to come. For a few glorious moments, Peter walked on water, his eyes fixed on Jesus, but then doubt crept in and Peter started to sink. In desperation, he cried out, "Lord, save me!" And Jesus, ever merciful, reached out his hand and caught him. As the shadow of the cross loomed large, Peter's loyalty to Jesus would be put to the ultimate test. In the courtyard of the high priest, as Jesus stood falsely accused, Peter faced a choice: stand by his master or deny ever knowing him. The air crackled with tension, the flickering light of torches casting long, eerie shadows on the faces of the crowd. Peter, huddled by the fire, trying to blend in with the strangers, felt a chill run down his spine. 3 times he was confronted, 3 times he was accused of being a follower of Jesus, and 3 times fear tightened its grip on his heart, squeezing out his courage. "I do not know the man." Peter's denials rang out in the night, and then a rooster crowed, a stark reminder of Peter's failure. In that moment their eyes met across the courtyard, and Peter fled into the night, the echo of the rooster's crow a haunting reminder of his broken promise. After the resurrection, Peter, once lost in grief and guilt, emerged transformed. The despair of his denial was replaced by a fiery conviction and a burning desire to share Jesus' message. He became a pillar of the early Christian church, a bold preacher who fearlessly proclaimed the good news of Jesus' resurrection. But Peter's role extended far beyond preaching to the Jewish community. He was also chosen by God to bring the message of salvation to the Gentiles, the non-Jewish people who had long been considered outsiders. His encounter with the Roman centurion Cornelius marked a pivotal moment in the history of Christianity, shattering the barriers that separated Jews and Gentiles. Peter's courage in embracing the radical inclusivity of the gospel cemented his legacy as a true apostle. The path of a follower of Christ was rarely easy in those early days. Persecution was a constant threat, and Peter, as a leader in the fledgling church, faced constant danger. Yet he remained undeterred, his faith unshaken by the threats that swirled around him. Tradition tells us that Peter eventually found himself in Rome, where he continued to preach the gospel with unwavering conviction. Arrested and sentenced to death, Peter faced his fate with the same courage and conviction he had displayed throughout his life. According to legend, Peter requested to be crucified upside down, believing himself unworthy to die in the same manner as Jesus. His death served to inspire countless others to embrace the Christian faith, knowing that their leader had paid the ultimate price for his beliefs. Peter's martyrdom became a powerful symbol of unwavering faith. Peter's legacy extends far beyond his life and death. He is considered by the Catholic Church to be the first pope, the rock upon which the Church itself was built. This belief stems from Jesus' words to Peter, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." The papacy, as we know it today, traces its lineage back to Peter, making him a figure of immense importance within the Catholic tradition. The keys that Peter is often depicted holding symbolize the authority given to him by Jesus to bind and loose on earth and in heaven. Whether or not one subscribes to the Catholic faith, there's no denying the profound impact Peter has had on the course of Christian history. His story reminds us that faith is not a static concept, but a journey, often fraught with challenges and doubts. Peter's influence extends beyond his actions. It lives on through his written words as well. Two books in the New Testament, 1 Peter and 2 Peter, are attributed to him, offering timeless wisdom and encouragement to believers across the ages. He writes to strengthen the faith of persecuted Christians, reminding them of God's unwavering love and the hope that awaits them. His words are infused with a sense of urgency, a call to live lives worthy of their calling, to stand firm in their faith, and to love one another deeply. These letters, penned centuries ago, still resonate with readers today, offering guidance and encouragement for navigating the complexities of life and faith. They are a precious gift, a legacy of faith passed down through generations. In the grand tapestry of Christian art and symbolism, Peter is often depicted holding a set of keys, a powerful image that speaks to his unique role in the early church. These keys represent the authority given to him by Jesus, the keys to the kingdom of heaven. This imagery has resonated throughout history, appearing in paintings, sculptures and mosaics in churches and cathedrals around the world. It serves as a visual reminder of Peter's role as a gatekeeper, entrusted with the responsibility of opening the doors of faith to others. But the symbolism of the keys goes deeper than just authority. It also speaks to the power of forgiveness, the ability to unlock the chains of sin and guilt that bind us. Peter, the once impulsive fisherman, became a steward of this incredible gift, entrusted with sharing it with the world. From the shores of Galilee to the heart of Rome, Peter's journey is a testament to the transformative power of faith. He was a man of contradictions, impetuous yet devout, courageous yet capable of profound fear, deeply flawed yet chosen by God to lead his church. His story reminds us that faith is not about perfection, but about progress, about stumbling and rising again, about learning from our mistakes and allowing God's grace to shape us into the people he created us to be. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about Peter, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into historical and biblical figures.